Welcome, everyone. Got my headphones. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, guys. I hope you're having. There we go. Is that better? You guys hear me? All right. Here we go. Well, it is a beautiful, beautiful, as you can see, sunny day. It's cold, but it's beautiful. We're in DC. Good to see you guys. Come on in. Let's give it a few minutes. Let everybody, hey, Patty, Barb, come on in. We have a lot of special stuff today. Michelle, Renee, Sally, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon to, it's been a crazy, crazy day yesterday. Let me start off by telling you, Ludmila, good morning. So lovely to see all of you here. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are ready. This is going to be exciting. I wore my special shirt for Washington, D.C. because the swamp in the swamp. Everyone is in the loop. Make sure go to loveremembers.com, grab your Love Remember. Everyone is in the loop shirts and enough shirts because represent exactly. We got a lot of incredible stuff coming up. So come on in, guys. I hope you're having a good day. Hope the weekend was good. Yesterday was a crazy day for me. So before we're gonna invite up. Let me see. Hold on a second. Dina should be here. We have especially Dean Blondell that's going to join us. And then we got Alexander from Ukraine. Hopefully he's coming up. We got a lot of stuff. And then, so today, I don't even know where to begin. Let me first start telling you about my trip yesterday while we're joining. Okay, who do we got up here first? We got, who's that? Is that Alexander? There he is. Hey, my brother, how are
Hey,
you?
how are
How are
you?
you? Good,
Hello,
good, good.
everybody.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
I see you're doing. I
Nothing.
see you're doing. You're doing for 4 years. And you're doing
To me,
incredible.
whether it's the first day, whether it's 4 years later, nothing changes. Nothing
Yeah. So
changes. The bombings are going on. They're bombing us every night. The only thing they do is they change the strategy. Now that it's getting warmer, everything's melting. So they're trying to hit the water supplies and different things, and nothing stops. Nothing stops. And
I
there
know.
were attacks yesterday, and nobody knows what's going to happen today. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. The only thing is we're getting stronger, God willing. Uh, to people, it's already, we know we have to win. We don't see this stopping any other way because it's Russians don't want to stop. They don't want to stop.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that already. That it's all bunch of games, and people don't believe in that anymore.
It's,
People believe in peace, but the only way, any way you look at it, the peace that they offer is capitulation, and capitulation is not acceptable. I mean, we could have done this 4 years ago. You didn't have to lose so many people, and I mean, it's plus not only that, they're not winning. They're not
yeah.
winning.
That's a good.
They're not winning. In the past weeks, I think we moved them like 300 square kilometers. And right now, they're feeling this war in Russia as well. Because listen, we're not target Ukraine doesn't target civilians, but we have the right to defend ourselves, and it's eye for an eye, so to speak. I don't think I ever spoke like that because I believe in humanity. I believe in common sense. I believe in democracy, and I believe in peaceful solutions. Everything's negotiable, usually in life, but not with this crowd. Not with whoever we're fighting with them. Nothing's negotiable. And I mean, I went as far back as I could. And every time they fight a war, they lose big, but they never stop. They always going until. So, plus, did you see the latest? I think France suggested that give Ukraine nuclear weapons for
Yeah.
protections. And Medvedev jumped out and said, "Are you kidding me? We're going to hit everybody. We're going to." Listen, every dog that barks, that means they cannot bite. So
I
that's why he
agree with
barks
you.
right away. So the moment they threaten, the less they can do, I think. Anyway,
No, no, I agree
I
with you. I
just
mean,
the only thing is that I am grateful for, and we are blessed. We are blessed that that people all over the world, again, that people in America, people in Canada, people all over the world are supporting Ukraine, standing with Ukraine, and standing with democracy, with the freedom, because we are fighting for the world's freedom. Because like I said before, this game is being played on our chessboard. It's a world game, but they play it on our chessboard. So I'm hoping that no more boards. That finally something peaceful, logical is going to come up, and then this war stops, because this is every day. I mean, it's somebody gets hurt every day, somebody dies every day, and I'm not even talking about the front lines. I'm talking
yeah.
about the regular people. The regular people. Somebody gets hurt every day, one way or the other. Whether it's the road or like right now, there is a new thing. I don't know if there is a yesterday in two cities. There were explosions next to the police buildings, and the people that were recruited to do it, they were recruited by the telegram by the Russian FSB, and they offer them money. And what they do is they teach them how to make the bombs, and people are saying, some stupid people, they place those things next to the cans, and they're catching them. They're catching them, but nevertheless. So they're already trying to do that. They're trying to do the so people start blowing up things in Ukraine. Just anything they can do. And who usually does that? Uh, People that have nothing else left to do. Army that has nothing else, because right now, if they were such a powerful army, they would need to touch civilians. They would be winning this war on the front lines, but they are cowards. They are cowards, because anybody that brings this terror to children, old people, women that just trying to live their life are the cowards. Are the cowards, and that's all I can say.
I mean that we stand with you. Want you know that, and this community stands with you, and Canada, the whole world stands with you, Ukraine, and yeah, I mean you just said that so well, Alex. I mean I've never heard you speak so bluntly and from the heart when it comes to that. You're right. You're usually always political. Me and you, I'm the one usually telling you, Alex, no, that's not the case. But it's really terrible to see that they're actually, because like you said, this is not a war. They're using terroristic acts because the war they're losing. See, the actual war is on the front line. They're losing. They're getting their asses kicked, and that's why if it wasn't for Donald Trump, if it wasn't for what he did this whole year, stop aid to Ukraine, continue to play 2 weeks here and there to lift sanctions off of Russia. Basically sending the Russian mafia, if you want to call them, Witkoff and Kushner, to negotiate deals while embarrassing Zelensky. If we go back to, if we did a reel of what happened this year, of all of the back and forth, Donald Trump, how many people lost their life, then he, how many kids were stolen, how many
Oh
people
my
lost their
God.
lives, how many families were destroyed, not only in Ukraine, in the Middle East, in Ukraine, what's going on in Venezuela. This is all a combination of all of the same evil axis, where I call it, Putin, Trump, and Bibi. Those three that have just like basically right now the things they're doing to the world. It doesn't matter. It's just their way or the highway, and so many people are suffering, and especially today, the 4 year. I don't want to even say anniversary because I don't consider anniversary. It's considered a tragedy.
It's a terrible anniversary.
Right, it's a tragedy that in the past 4 years. I remember they came out. I'll never forget when the bomb started. Me and you were on the phone. You were basically grabbed two suitcases, two dogs, your daughter and your wife, and you ran. I remember you didn't even know where you were going. You were going. I remember you even lost one of the dogs on the way. You had to find. I remember it was just reliving it. Just thinking back when I was writing the a letter today to everybody in the morning, thinking about all everything that went through. I put that little video in there. If you haven't seen the Substack letter, definitely I encourage you to go read it and watch the. We put a little 3-minute video in there to show. Just think of it in a short period of time. This has been 4 years. Today, later on, I'm putting out. You don't even know, Alexander. What I've asked Victor to do, our guys in the back, to put together a video. It should be done later on today. It's the 4 years of what Alexander has done in Ukraine from the first day the war started till today. We've put together a major video we're going to be putting out later of basically everything that's transpired, the 4 year anniversary, not anniversary, but whatever, traversity, if we could call it. So, but I want to say, it's one thing I could tell you is we stand strong with you, right, Dean?
Yeah,
The
huge.
Americans, the Ukrainians, so
Canadians.
the
God
Canadians,
bless you.
and the key, just what you do, just keep it up. Eventually, one day, with this travesty, exactly, Travis adversity, we could call it. But the one thing I can tell you is, with all of this stuff that's happening in Ukraine, and with all of the stuff happening in the Middle East right now, I know with Iran, wagging the dog a little bit because of the Epstein files. A lot of this is connected, and a lot of it is once the dominoes, folks, start crumbling, once they start coming down
Oh,
here in the United States, the chain effect will go all over the world, from
Mm,
Ukraine to the Middle East to Iran. I mean, it will be a chain effect, because right now all of these dictators around the world, all of these bad people, all of these, it's like watching Marvel comics right now. It's like watching one of those out of the Marvel comics where Batman and the Riddler are fighting each other, and all the Riddler and the Penguin, and they all got together, and that's Donald Trump and Putin and all of them, and all the good guys are now getting together. Superman and Wonder Woman, and to fight evil. I mean, that's what it feels like. It's just like out of Marvel comics. Like you got
yeah.
all of these evils. So once they start tumbling, I mean, I truly believe, because like I said, the number one thing we could say is that Ukraine, no matter what anybody says, no matter what the propaganda says, facts speak for themselves. And no matter, just think about, folks, with all of the terroristic acts, because that's what they are, terroristic acts. When you attack children, when you attack schools, when you attack families, when you hit infrastructures for people to freeze, those are all terrorists. And that's not fighting a war. Because if right now, just think about it, if Ukraine would have done that to Russia, Donald Trump probably would have probably would start a war with Ukraine. He would have condemned it. That's how. That's how. Yeah, I mean, Ukraine has to strategically attack. Military bases, strategically attack, and they've been doing it. And from the war bases, they've been kicking Russia's ass. But unfortunately, because with what Donald Trump did, with pulling the aid, with all of this, back and forth, 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, promoting Russia, it's put a lot of damage on the Ukrainian people. But Alex, continue standing. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go.
I tell you one thing. The I believe in God Almighty, and
Absolutely.
I believe in you, and I believe in universe, and you know how that goes. Everything in this universe that we live in, everything is equal. Plus and minus, they're always equal. You can take a million pluses, but without little minus, nothing functions. So everything in the universe is equal up to the second. When the sun rises, when the sun goes down, everything's equal. So everything's action reaction. And whenever you have so much bad is happening from them to us, it's just a matter of time before it starts leveling back out. Then all the good things will come to Ukraine, and all the bad things will come to them, just to level it out. It's not if, it's when. It's just a matter of time. And I believe that karma would have started leveling out already if 1 year ago elections didn't happen the way they went to go. They would have felt it already. But I guess, listen, the longer it takes, the harder they're gonna get hit. The longer
Yeah,
it takes, you know how that goes.
there's a saying: the bigger they
Uh,
are, the harder they
the
fall.
harder they fall. And there is a guy, maybe you heard of Messenger. Yeah, anybody? You guys ever heard of Messenger? Messenger is the guy that during the World War II predicted everything to Hitler, to Stalin. He told them actually what was going to happen. That they were trying to kill him because he was right about everything. But his latest prediction that just came out by his granddaughter, his latest prediction was that one day people in Russia are going to wake up and they're going to realize that they are nobody. and nobody will be able to stop that. One day they're gonna wake up because right now the propaganda pushes that they're number one, they're the world's best thing. But once people realize that they're nobody, that the world looks down at them, everything will change.
Mm.
I think that's going to happen with Donald Trump. I think you're 100% right. I think, and that's what we're. I think they put all their eggs in a basket. They're all in on Trump and the mega camp, basically. And as soon as Trump goes down, I think the people of Russia are going to realize, and Putin and all of them. I think you're 100% right with that, Alex. By the way, I want to share with you guys. I had to just to lighten up the mood a little bit, because I'm here at the State of the Union, and we're here to respond to the swamp of the Union. So yesterday, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. My flight was at I think 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and I got to the airport on time. Got on my plane. By the way, folks, yes, thank you. Please, before I go into my story, please put up the GoFundMe generator fund. I think we have like 18 or 19,000 left to purchase the additional 3 or 4 generators. Please, if we could knock it out today, that would be incredible. So Alexander could get them out there, so we could try to get a new batch. The winter's still here. There's at least another month for this. So generators, all this heating stuff is extremely important. But the war is not stopping, and we're also starting to prepare for fall and the summertime coming. So Alexander's thinking ahead. Me and him have been speaking. He's already talking about preparing some things ahead of time so we could be prepared. Just if you remember, just like we were prepared for the winter, we were already getting heating packs in the summertime, if you remember, because of what was going on. So we just got to be ahead of the game. Right now, we need to get these generators done. So if you keep throwing it in, please, guys, Canada, America, the whole world, do your thing. Let's get another 3 families or another hospital. Let's get them some heat, some light today. Do what you can. So please put that GoFundMe in the message, please, guys. So yeah. So getting back to yesterday, again, Alex, you're gonna appreciate this because I know this is one of your movies you used to like. A lot of people don't know. Alexander used to live in the United States for 30 years before he went back to Ukraine, and then during the war, and then has been in Ukraine for now 15 years. But remember the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with John Candy and Steve.
It's classic.
That one, for those of you,
One of the greatest Thanksgiving movies in the history of film,
right.
without question. Yeah.
Every Thanksgiving I watch it. That's what I felt like yesterday. I just want you to know. I left my house at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's usually a 2-hour flight. I ended up coming here at 11 o'clock at night. Just so you understand, uh, it was one of those days where I could tell you, but it was important because what's happening here is today is an extremely important day that has to do with Ukraine, with the whole world, because I know usually the State of the Union is something more of a traditional thing that we have in the United States, where the president comes out and talks about his achievements, and where he tries to unite the world, to unite United States together to go forward. Today we're going to see something totally different, something that is unprecedented. We're going to see a pompous guy come out there, orange, with a lot of makeup, basically toot his own horn for 2 hours. He wants to break his own record. He set the record last time at 99 minutes. Now he wants to break the record. This is what they're talking about in the White House, how he could go longer than how long he's going to go today. So he's going to basically gaslight. He's going to pretend that the economy is doing its best. He's going to lie to the people. He's going to talk about how he stopped 9 or 12 wars by now. He's going to make up some wars, change some wars. He'll add some wars to it if he needs to. He's going to, embarrass our, Supreme Court judges. Some of the judges he put in there, some of them that he nominated, that literally a few weeks ago he was praising, saying they're the best judge. Well, yeah, just think about how he was praising Amy Coney Barrett and all of them when they gave him the right to be able to do whatever he wanted. Remember, now all of a sudden they're despicable. Their families should be. What was that dude? Their family.
Their family should be embarrassed, and they're all working with foreign assets. They're all compromised by foreign countries.
I mean, how do you?
If the cat calling the kettle black, right?
Listen, I got to be honest. He's got nothing left. Like tonight's State of the Union, Alex. Tonight's State of the Union, Lev. That you're there. You're for the Swamp of the Union, and we'll talk about that coming up in a bit. But which is all of our friends that are holding their own State of the Union mockery of this guy. Is you're going to literally sit there and watch him lie to you for 2.5 fucking hours tonight. It is going to be 120 minutes plus. He is going to talk about all the wars that he stopped, the Nobel Peace Prizes he wasn't given for the imaginary wars he didn't stop. Stole. Yeah, well, he's going to get mad at Norway and talk. He won't talk about the one he stole from the Colombian lady or the Venezuelan lady. He's just gonna go all in. And then he's going to tell everybody that all the winning is back, and he's going to do that based on the fact the United States American men's hockey team won gold, beating Canada 2-1 in overtime, and he's going to wrap himself in that Olympic glory, and he's going to take that and springboard onto lie after fucking lie after lie. But here's the catch. So many Republicans that don't like him will not be there. Lots of Democrats who don't like him aren't bothering. People like you are going to a party tonight to mock him with other people who are going to mock him. He has dementia. Yesterday, his entire fucking angel speech, his pre-State of the Union speech, was literally like watching a mental patient going stand up at a microphone.
He might
not make it. I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, guys. Yeah, I'm not looking good, and a lot of people are fucking gunning for me. Like this is his preamble before the State of the Union, where he's like, I might die, I might get taken out, my poll numbers are terrible. And then yesterday, too, prior to this, he's talking about how all of his poll numbers are just shit. But it's the silent poll numbers that really reflect how awesome he is. So when we talk about the State of the Union and what's happening, and I know you're there doing God's work, Alex, but this is turning into pure comedy at this point. So while you're trying to dig out from the mess that he's leaving, allowing Putin to do that, he is widely being mocked over here. You want to talk about the loss of influence, the loss of reputation? Yeah. Tonight is going to be one of the greatest indictments of a man with dementia who is a fascist dictator who is completely captured by Russia, and he is going to fail fucking miserably tonight. So I want you to get all of your Ukrainian friends together, and I want you to do a shot every time he starts doing the weave, or every time he every time he trails off and messes up a word, and then responds with, "Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it?" Because that's all you're going to get tonight.
Do you think he even mentions Ukraine? I say he doesn't even mention Ukraine.
Probably won't.
Unless he says if he does mention it, if I was a betting man, I would say Zelensky has to hurry up and make the deal. If he mentions it, something stupid like that will come out of his mouth. Something like Russia wants to stop the war. That Witkoff and Kushner. By the way, Kushner's new position, envoy of peace. You hear that one, right? He's the envoy of peace.
Yeah, I'm envoy of peace.
Yeah, he got some angel. Yeah, it's official. He's not. I want that title. I would like that envoy of peace. Look at that.
No, he's the incel of peace. You're a real envoy of peace. He's the incel of peace.
Just think of an envoy of peace. He gave Kushner, Witkoff. I don't even know what that. I don't even know what this movie. You know what? I think when they make the movies after Trump, I think they would be dark comedy, because they're so serious, but at the same time, that's what I'm just think about, folks. Like how sick, and we have to laugh. And I ask of you and that's why we're giving Alex a little time. I told Alex, please come join us. I need you to smile a little bit. I need you to laugh a little bit, because you get you're 24/7 seeing all of this stuff. So we have like real reality TV here. It's insane what is going on here. Right?
Guys,
we had, just to give you this day. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm sorry to interrupt. I tell you one thing, that regardless what's on the tabloids, regardless what's on the news channels, regardless what they say, regardless what they push, but as of today, up to date, 93% of Ukrainian people are against giving up the land. 93%. And the only way this can ever happen if there is a referendum in Ukraine and people sign it. And right now, even Ukrainians are saying, give it right now, stopping the war. Putin will never sign the peace. Even if you live in Donbass, he will never start. He will never stop. This is a case. Nobody believes him. Nobody believes in this stuff. And yesterday, Zelensky said in the interview, he says, no problem. You want to pause? You move your troops 15 kilometers one way, we move out the other way, and we stop. This is the only way we can stop and talk. So, but giving up the land is just not possible. I mean, it's nothing changed. Nothing changed, and nothing's gonna happen anyway. Anyway, guys, I gotta run because I'm trying to unload everything before the lights get shut down.
God.
I'll enjoy the show tonight because this is going to be a show. It's not going to be a political thing. It's going to be a show. It's going to be a show that if you have some vomit bags, bring them along because you might need them. Well, you want me to joke, so I'm joking a little bit.
And guys, we love you, bro, man.
Bring your vomit bags to the State of the Union, everybody.
Because you might need them. Because listen,
that's a good one.
I try to have one next to me every time I watch him.
Why couldn't you tell me that one earlier? You got me so excited. Actually, thinking, how can we get vomit bags to the State of the Union? Maybe give them out as people are walking in. Maybe we could get. I'm going to actually call some people right now. Let's see if we could get some people standing outside the out of the house giving.
Trump
2026 body bag, like barf bags. Yeah, dude. Dude, body bags.
And you see, people that fight the war, they do have a sense of humor left. Anyway, but I want to leave this. I gotta run. I want to leave this on. And it's been 4 years, and I am grateful to this platform. I'm grateful to everyone who promotes this platform. I'm grateful to this community. I mean, you guys done so much. Even because if you are with us right now, with this community helping people in Ukraine, that means before this community took off, you were with different community helping Ukraine because you didn't just come out of nowhere. So that means in your heart, you believe in democracy, you believe in freedom, you believe in free speech. Otherwise, you would not be helping us. So I want to thank you all for supporting Ukraine, for supporting Ukrainian people, for standing with us, and especially you two guys. God bless you all. God give you strength. God give you peace, and God bless you for helping us. Glory to Ukraine. Slava Ukraini.
Slava Ukraini.
Slava.
Growing Slava. Yeah.
And God bless you, Alex. You know what I'm saying?
Love
Stay
you guys.
safe. Love you, man. I'll
Love
call
you too,
later.
pal. You be good.
Take care. Be good. Be safe.
Alex Bolbier, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you're welcome.
He is. I can't. It's weird, right? That the way this thing works now is I can't disconnect anybody. Everybody, it's like bring somebody.
They have to do it, and if they don't want to get off, you got to start a brand new feed.
Imagine it says, "No, I'm not going." Folks, I just want to say to you before we swift. Yeah, go ahead.
I just like, can we just reflect on how we ended that conversation? This is a guy who's been delivering generators and food and underwear and sanitary napkins and cookies and tea and medical supplies to the front line, to communities cut off by Russia into Ukraine for 4 years. For 4 years. He's been doing this since day fucking one. About 2 months ago, he got hit with a drone, and his entire van rolled into a Russian drone, rolled into a field, and barely survived. And he's back at it again. And you know what he is too? Grateful.
Yeah.
I wish you could take whatever makes him work and whatever makes the Ukrainian people work and fucking plug it into everyone in North America. They are being attacked daily, murdered daily, genocided daily for 4 years, and he's happy and grateful. And he's thanking us while he's holding the rest of fucking Russia back from attacking the rest of Europe. He's thanking us.
Yeah. Great point. I mean, incredible point. I say the same thing. It's just like, I asked him to come on and just think about it. I asked him to come on to unwind a little bit. I said, I know you've been going hard. I said, Dean's going to be up. I told him about the frog man. I said, you'll get some laughs. And I could tell that I'm saying to you, he just wants to go finish delivering the generators and
Yeah.
finish
He's like,
delivering,
guys, I got to go. I'm losing light. See ya.
I'm losing light. Yeah, like he has a tunnel vision. And listen, thank God that there's people like him, because there's
Yeah.
others out there. He's not the only one. There's so many incredible heroes in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And that are just like, and yeah, thanks to each and every one of you in our community here, because we're all in this together. So folks, continue contributing when you can. If you can't, share the GoFundMe, but we're not going to stop. We're only getting started. We're not, it doesn't matter what Trump does, doesn't matter what he says today, doesn't matter what Russia tries to do. At the end of the day, good will prevail. Like Bad Bunny says, love conquers hate, and we will prevail. It just, sometimes, life has its ups and downs, just like the stock market, just like anything else. History prevails. There are bad times, there are good times. Sometimes you gotta go through some bad to be able to give the next generation a much better opportunity. And I truly believe that this is what we're going through. It's like a snake shedding its skin. I'm saying to you, we're getting rid of the old, and we need to get fresh, because we've been complacent. The United States it went from being part of just this fresh little country that didn't know where it was going. Had slavery, all of this, then turned into this incredible democracy for freedom. And then over the past 250 years, it got complacent. You got, have people that think about it sitting in our Congress and our Senate for 40, 50 years of those 250 years. Just think about that. So we need a change. We need change. We need things that are going on. And I also want to definitely a quick shout out to my son, Aaron. If you're watching, I think he's watching right now. He's home. He's sick. But just think about, he was like, I spoke to him last night when I got in there. It was like, Dad, I don't even know how I'm going to make it because he's going to the Midas Touch one. They're doing also the State of the Union response with Katie Fang and Joy Reid. I think they're doing one. So they're doing one. We're doing one. It's going to be an incredible day. So he's home right now. We got him some chicken soup. His wife made him, and he's trying to get his strength to be able to go get. By the way, we're going to get to some Wolfpack news, because the Wolfpack is here in DC, folks.
Yeah, we got some. Yeah,
we definitely got some. But I wanted to just say something to you about, because we're talking about the hockey team we mentioned, so I don't forget. I want everybody to reflect and understand who the real Donald Trump is. Because what happens is the media and everybody does cover for him. So, but you need to really understand, just think about it. He was on a speakerphone with during a moment of history, praising the American hockey players. And in that moment, it was so natural to him to degrade women. Just think about that. Just think about it. I mean, it has to be difficult to do that. I mean, you're the president of the United States. They're both your teams. I mean, it's like saying, a woman's figure skater. You're not happy that she won the. I mean, it's just mind-boggling that that it was so easy, and he said it as a joke to make the other guys like laugh, like, "Hey, bros, yeah, we're better than the women. Like, yeah, we're gonna go."
It was locker room talk. Locker room talk.
Locker room talk. Yeah, locker room talk. I mean, just think about that.
Yeah.
Everybody just needs to, all of you there that have wives, all of you that have kids, all of the women that, make excuses for him because for whatever reason, I don't know why. I mean, everybody just needs to just for a second and think about this. This is the president of the United States of America, and nobody's talking. I mean, everybody's saying, yeah, but this is the president of the United States of America right now. Just think about it, covering up the biggest scandal when it comes to children pedophilia, the biggest scandal when it comes to young girls being raped, abused,
trafficked around the
world. And here he is making fun of women. You know, just like, I mean, Dean. I mean, to make sense of that. Like, I know him, and I can't make sense. I mean, that it's gone beyond. Like, I can't. I don't understand. Like, I feel like
Oh,
this is
dude, but
ludicrous.
you can't make sense of it though because it doesn't make sense unless you understand the man. Then it all makes sense. If you understand what drives him, if you understand how he talks to female reporters, you were one of the guys that was driving that narrative for a long time. He will never shit on a male reporter, and if he does, he'll shit on the reporter and then say he's going to call their boss and get them fired. But with women reporters, what he does is tell them they're a terrible reporter. You suck at your job. You shouldn't even have a job. You're awful at this. Like the vitriol he treats women with are incredible. So backing up to the Team USA gold medal dressing room win, you got Kash Patel, who took a $250,000 taxpayer flight in an FBI G5.
Yeah, I like it with
jumping
the
up and down. And the beer was almost the same size as him, by the way. He is so fucking tiny, and he's jumping up and down, and he's got the one eye going this way and one eye going that way, and all the players are loving it, right? Like all the players have been co-opted into this. Like if you don't understand anything about Trump, is he will wrap himself in the accomplishment of other people for fucking years and years and years on end because he can't do it for himself. And so he immediately co-opted and Trump branded that gold medal by putting Kash Patel in the dressing room. And then Kash Patel called the boss. He goes, "Let's call the boss. You got it, boss." And he puts him on fucking speakerphone. And Trump goes into this soliloquy. He's like, "Well, you really did it." You know, and he sounded like he was dying. That's the other thing. He said, "You really did it. The goalie wasn't bad, right? Anyway, I'm going to invite you guys to the State of the Union. Would you like that, Cash? Get on that." And he goes, "Fuck yeah, I'm on it, boss." And then he goes, and this has led to some serious repercussions for Trump in the female community and with hockey players that are female that play the game, including the women's national team. I'll get to that in just a second, who also won gold. He's like, "Well, if we invite you, I guess we got to invite the broads. Huh? Huh? I guess. I mean, if I don't invite the girls, then I'll get impeached. So whatever, we'll just invite them too." It was so misogynistic and it was so predictable. And you're right, he was playing up to a locker room talk. One of the guys. Can you imagine how fucking greasy? You probably can because you've been in those rooms. So what did the female hockey team do? The gold medal winning women's USA hockey team, led by maybe the most legendary female hockey player of all time, not named Haley Wickenheiser or Natalie Spooner or Marie Poulin, Hillary Knight. Hillary Knight, who got engaged to her girlfriend during the Olympics, scored the goal that gave them the gold medal. And she decided with the rest of the team yesterday, yeah, not only are we not coming to the State of the Union, we're not coming to the fucking White House. So the women's national team told him to go fuck himself. And I couldn't have been more proud of a group of athletes.
And you know what pisses me off more than anything? You know what pisses me off more than anything? That not one of those pieces of shit hockey players, men, didn't stand up and say, "I'm not going," because I wouldn't go.
No.
Why are you going? Like, why are you rah, rah, rah? Why all of a sudden? How did all of a sudden? Just think about how he just converted. You know, I don't believe all. I don't believe all those guys were so rah. I mean, you know, he put them in a position they had no choice, maybe, or people make mistakes. But why are they going? Like I want this message, and you know, maybe we could, you know, before it's, you know, we still have time. It's only 1:00. Maybe let's spread this word and let's make it like, what the hell? Like, well, why
lean
are
on the male players?
Yeah,
well, so here's the problem, Lev. This is the problem with hockey players, specifically male hockey players, specifically American male hockey players, and it's a widely known fact of the 4 professional sports, the least educated hockey players. Matthew Tkachuk, one of the assistant captains of the team, has a fucking grade 9 education. And he, after the game, he's like, "We fucking won it for Trump." And I'm like,
He said that?
Your motive, yeah, you said it standing in an airport yesterday. "We won it for Trump. We played for him. We're really proud that we made him happy, and we're really excited to go to the fucking White House." When they won with the Florida Panthers this last year, the Stanley Cup, he said meeting Trump and going to the White House again was, quote, "the greatest moment of his whole life." Let me remind everybody that dumb fuck, Matthew Tkachuk, is widely regarded as the dumbest player in the NHL, legitimately the dumbest. And his brother Brady, who was on the team, is considered the second dumbest, and by a fucking hair. Generationally speaking, his dad, Keith Kachuk, in his generation, played for the Winnipeg Jets, one of the dumbest players in the history of the NHL. The kind of guy that takes a slap shot to the face and goes, "Well, am I in the game still, coach?" Like they're that stupid. So these guys are full-on Trumpers, right? The Kachuk brothers. And what really pissed them off last year was the booing of the anthem when Trump threatened to invade Canada, threatened to annex Canada. You remember that booing thing that happened? Well, the Kachuk brothers were really, really fucking outspoken about the whole thing. So that drove Matthew Kachuk and Brady Kachuk into the arms of MAGA. Now, what both of these two fucking poorly educated, illiterate male hockey players from the United States fail to recognize is that they are co-opting and normalizing pedophilia, generations of rape, adjudicated rape, theft, and the killing and execution of the fucking country, members of their country they say they won that fucking gold medal for. That's how stupid these guys are. So to your point, will any of these guys, specifically the Kachuks, go, you know what? You diss the U.S. women's hockey team, you completely minimize them, we're not coming, we're going to stand in solidarity with them? No, because they are too stupid to understand what real consequences look like, Lev. That's a fact.
And I'm all in, and I agree with you. I mean, they're disgusting, but you know what? Let's put some pressure on anyway. If we could get one guy, if we could get one of those hockey players or two hockey players to turn around and said, "I'm going to stand with the women. I'm not going to show up," that would be huge. We don't need all of them. Let's try to get one. So let's see what, because I don't understand. I agree with you, but still, all of these guys have wives. All of these guys, a lot of these guys have daughters. Mothers. What I'm saying to you, yes, I understand. A lot of them have this, okay, the Kachucks, but listen, I know a lot of hockey players that literally, love their wives and wouldn't stand for this shit. I'm saying to you, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised, but that the shit is going on not just in hockey, but you see it also in the White House press room when he gets up there and starts abusing Caitlin Collins or any of the female reporters. You don't see not one reporter get up there and say, "Enough, Mr. President," or "Enough," or or boycott or get out of there. I mean, it's just it's to a point where it's becoming, they're normalizing the fact, and the media is normalizing the way he treats women. So just think about it. He just this should be like the biggest news out there. The president of the United States basically just told the female hockey team that won gold for his country to basically, we'll see. I mean, and then
that they would get a charity White House visit because they were female and didn't deserve it. Only the men deserve to be there. Yeah, that's what I took from it. Yeah,
100%. I mean, and that's disgusting. I mean, and just think about that.
Do you think that he's gonna? Do you think he's gonna springboard off of that gold medal? Do you think that's going to be a huge portion of tonight's State of the Union address?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. He's going to be talking about that game and how 46. Yeah, well, I heard some of the things that. Yeah, he's going to.
Oh, he is. He's going to say, at 46 years, finally, I'm president. We win hockey gold. Is that what he's going to say?
Yeah, something is going. You heard it here first. Definitely, he's going to say something like that. But I'm curious to see if he does. This is the one. What I'm not. I know he's going to talk about that and praise himself because of him. That's why he might even say because of him they won it. It's because he's president. If he wasn't, Biden was president, we wouldn't have won the gold. We wouldn't have. If
Biden was president, he would have killed all the hockey players. This place would be dead.
We wouldn't even show up. We wouldn't even have an Olympics. We World War III. Just think about. He keeps saying World War III. How many wars have? We're just almost at war every other day. We just had the biggest artillery in Venezuela. Now we moved all of them over to the Middle East. We got nuclear submarines. Oh, Putin said the wrong thing. Send the nuclear sub.
He's going to stand there, but here's the thing. We have the biggest buildup of of firepower, specifically air firepower, full combat ready mode. Just talked to Ken Harbaugh, Navy vet, in the fucking Mediterranean right now, getting ready to bomb the F-18s, F-22s, 35s, B-52s, Growlers, the whole fucking kit and caboodle. You got two aircraft carriers there. One, of course, has a bit of an issue with the toilets. Gerald Ford, sewage is now backed up to the point where they're having to airlift soldiers out. So anyway, that's another whole story. But you never send an idiot to be in charge of the U.S. military. There's the lesson there. But to your point, he's going to stand there, isn't he, tonight? Like I don't know what you're hearing. He's going to stand there and present himself as the peace president. This is this is after he fucking literally attacked Venezuela, and as he's getting ready to attack Iran for the second time.
Oh yeah. No, he's you know, the fact in his mind, the people of Venezuela are golden now because Maduro's gone, and now Trump is in control of all the oil. It's all good. So he's good with Venezuela. Russia, he's great with. He can't understand why Zelensky is procrastinating. He doesn't understand what his problem is. Like, just sign the piece of paper, give up Ukraine, let us move on. We got BlackRock wants to move in, reconstruct things. We got from that Nord Stream 2, we're opening up. Like, you're in our way, bud. Like, you know what I'm saying to you? He got the Middle East. He's trying to build the Riviera. He doesn't know where to put the Palestinian folks. He's like trying to like build a casino and Trump Towers all over. The fact you got Jared Kushner, the envoy of peace, running around selling crypto. I mean, deals behind the back. You got Twiddledum running around with Zach Witkoff, thinking they're now all of a sudden blockchains. They're building the biggest crypto. I mean, you can't like this. Like if you just rewound this like quickly. Like it started all over again. Say like, nah. Like I would want to see the faces of all these people like a year ago when I used to warn them 2 years ago, and I used to sit there and I talk to people in Congress, talk to people on media, talk to people on social media and say, like, if he wins, this is the shit that's going to go down. Like literally, like, and people would say, Lev, you are not from around here. You don't understand how our democracy works. This is what people used to tell me. You don't understand. We have checks and balances. We have we have checks and balances. So you don't.
That'll never happen, Lev. You're crazy.
They still, when I still hear that, like when I still hear somebody tell me like, oh no, like, Trump can't get away. He's not going to indict this person. Are you kidding me? Like, there's no evidence there. I'm like, and since when did evidence ever stop Trump on indicting anybody? Like, what are you, like, why would all of a sudden, like, say when people still say stuff like that, I say to myself, like, you need to move on and you need to go forward because, I mean, it's crazy to think
that. But you know what? That's the only line that any of these maggots have left now when you go online, right? Like, or when you're taking issue with a clear lie or some gaslighting or misogynist behavior. Or rape, or let's say pedophilia, or covering up, the Epstein files, is that we had people like you, people like me to a lesser extent, other people going, hey, this guy is not going to release the Epstein files. He is going to start wars instead of releasing the Epstein files. He's also going to start a secret police force, 15,000 strong, and he's going to come to your house and he's going to beat the shit out of you, which will probably lead to the execution of American citizens in the fucking streets. Probably won't make that into the State of the Union address tonight. Probably not going to talk about Alex Pretty. Probably not going to talk about Renee Nicole Good. Probably not going to talk about the 14,000 people, of which 13,000 were legal migrants or Americans that they detained in Minnesota and Minneapolis over a month and a half, not to mention Chicago, not to mention LA, not to mention Portland. He's not going to talk about those things. And that is the thing that makes me laugh the hardest when people like that go, you have Trump derangement syndrome. Right. You're crazy. That'll never happen. We've got checks and balances. Well, fucking la-di frickin' da, everybody. We're a year into it, and everything Lev has said has come true. Everything, all of our Trump derangement syndrome fans and friends, all of us over here on the weird Trump derangement train, where we said, if that happens, this will happen. He's going to start coming after Americans. He's going to start coming into your house and pulling you out of your bed. He is going to leave Ukraine to their own devices. He is going to hide 30 to 40 years worth of rape, worth of fraud, worth of espionage and money laundering. He is going to co-sign pedophilia and rape, and he's going to do it in broad daylight. And everybody said, we were nuts, Lev. We're nuts. Yeah, are we nuts. Crazy now on the evening of the fucking State of the Union address?
Well, let's talk about this after after this day. But let me ask you, actually, for our volunteers out there, the more and more I keep thinking, Alexander gave us an incredible idea. So for those of you that are here in DC, let's see if we could coordinate. I'm going to call Miles Taylor
Vomit
after we get
bags?
off of this. Let's get some vomit back because this is what I want to do. I'm going to try to see if we could get the frogs, get some of the frog suits, stand outside the State of the Union and give out vomit bags. You know what I'm saying? To just brown
Yeah, the
bags. They only have
Portland
to go.
Frog
I'm gonna
Army
call
is in
Miles.
town for
The
this, by the
Portland,
way,
yeah,
just so you know. Yeah.
right, yeah. The Portland Frog Army's in town today. They were walking around giving out Constitution to the around Congress and Senate.
That's so cute.
Yeah, they were giving out. So that was really cool. You know, a lot of protesting going on, and this is one of the great ways of being able to protest in the proper way, where
Yeah,
you
sure.
can't do nothing about it. But definitely we're going to get on that. Also, one of the things we're doing here, folks, is besides standing with some incredible patriots like Miles Taylor, Olivia Troy, Glenn Kirshner, Stephen Schmidt, Wajahid Ali. I mean, there's going to be so many standing. We're going to be side by side here today, all day of events from 7 o'clock until 11 o'clock. There's so many things planned, certain things I can't go into because they told us we can't talk about all of them. So I don't know what I can or cannot talk about. So I'm just not going to talk about it until I get into the green room. Once I get into the green room, we're going to do some special stuff for the paid subscribers inside the green room. But that's not going to be any breaking news because any news will be out there for everybody. But definitely we'll do something special today for the paid subscribers. So if you haven't become a paid subscriber and you want to support even for a month or take advantage, we're going to have some incredible night tonight. There's a lot of things we're going to be streaming starting around 7. Also, I know Zev is going to be streaming today.
Yeah.
Be
So
out there.
Zev and I are going to
Yeah.
be streaming around 8:30, 8:45.
8:30. I'm going to
State
be
of the
joining you
Union.
guys.
Okay, so you're going to jump on with us, and then
I'm gonna be all over today. I'm gonna be all over the place. So yeah, we're gonna be
I
all
know.
over.
Yeah, but just to give everybody sort of a state of the
Yeah.
accounts here, we're actually going to cover the entire State of the Union, but we're going to be breaking in, commenting on it, because I can tell you something. After watching Trump yesterday, literally flame out and walk into a locked door.
Did you see that?
Yeah, after saying, I don't know how much longer I got, you guys. They're coming for me. And look at that lady's eyes over there. Did you get your eyes fixed? After watching that yesterday, I'm expecting a full-on dementia circus. So let's all enjoy that this evening as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of interesting stuff. So make sure you guys join. But also, let me give you some serious stuff before we go, so you know, because the Wolf Pack is here. Part of it in the next few hours, I have some meetings lined up with people in Congress. We are talking about, and this is what's very important. I know a lot of the media's forgot about what happened in Georgia, folks, but we haven't. It's extremely important. Just like we were talking about the Epstein files while the media wasn't, and now we're here where it is taking down Trump and his mega cohorts. Same thing with what Tulsi Gabbard's doing in Georgia and what Trump is putting. It's called election reform. I've been speaking to sources, and that's why I'm going to Congress now to update them on what's going on. But it's very serious. We're going to see that play out in the next few weeks, month, to what, indictments for a different story.
So can I quickly ask you a question about the Wolf Pack as well? I know you're there. Ellie is there.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of other members of the Wolf Pack people. Waj is there, which is fucking incredible. I know Steve's there.
Everybody, every one of our subscribers is the Wolf Pack. We're all the Wolf Pack.
We're all the Wolf Pack.
We're all the Wolf Pack. It's
Yeah, but there's some alpha wolves, like you're an alpha wolf, and then we've got Mama Wolf with Ellie. But take me through. She's Mama Wolf Pack. Take me through. Some very powerful guests will be in that State of the Union, and we've got some congressmen and women senators that are giving up their seats. So some of these Epstein survivors can literally sit in there and face Donald Trump. Is that not what I'm hearing? Is that correct?
Oh yeah. That's gonna be amazing to see. They're gonna actively face him. He is gonna, and he's not gonna be able to turn away. They're gonna be literally saying there's gonna, while he's speaking, he's going to have to make eventually eye contact. So it's gonna be curious to see if he even mentions it. Probably not. I don't even give him, but I think we're going to see a lot of stuff. But talking about the Wolf Pack, some of the stuff we're also speaking to Congress and what Mama Wolf and Zev and others have put together that we're discussing with Congress here. We're not letting off as Zorro Ranch. The investigation's full force, and Congress is all over it. We've also uncovered so much stuff about Howard Lutnick that it's going to blow up in their face. And also, we've just found it's really crazy. We're confirming and going it, but even to the fact that Clarence Thomas is in the Epstein files and stuff that we're talking about. So there's a lot going on. And today, yes, while they're covering it, I want each and every one of you to know, while we're not, yes, we are going to enjoy and have some fun giving him the middle finger and rebutting his State of the Union. And but we're also here doing some serious work. We're also making sure that we don't have no days off, that every day we have to do something to save our democracy. So that's extremely important. So keep that in mind. The Wolfpack is chomping at the bits. We're not stopping. And the Epstein files, the things that we're uncovering with Tulsi Gabbard, Georgia, what's happening behind the scenes, Howard Lutnick, tip of the iceberg, Clarence Thomas. Now you're seeing now why his wife Jeannie running around, all the connections with January 6th. There's just so much that it's like the damn, Dean, I feel like literally every day I wake up, it's like I feel a little bit more water starting to leak. And folks, I'm telling you, one day we're gonna wake up and it's just gonna pour, and we're gonna see breaking news and all kinds of crazy. It's coming, and we just gotta keep doing what we're doing, brother.
I know, dude. And listen, I'm so grateful that you're there helping lead the Wolfpack. I'm so grateful that so many good Americans are showing up for the State of the Swamp. We've got live coverage of that on Lev Remembers, live coverage here as well. And I think it's really important that everybody remembers that, we have put together, along with a lot of different people through our best efforts, the opportunity for you to get the truth, right? And not only that, but we're putting together a real resistance. Because the one thing that dawned on me the other day, Lev, and I know you got to run, and I know you got a busy afternoon, and I'll let you go after this. But one thing that dawned on me yesterday when it came to the lack of transparency. Yesterday we found out I think it was Aaron that broke it, your son, 6 storage units of Epstein files, drives, disks, all that information that are around the United States that the FBI haven't touched, but they know about. The Democrats knew about it. The GOP knew about it. And my point is this, is that you have a two-party system, 2 institutions, 2 businesses that know that Epstein will destroy both of those institutions, the memory of him, the people from those institutions, both parties. It's not just the GOP, both parties. And so the lack of transparency is institutional. None of these parties, there are people in these parties that want transparency, but the institutions in the spine of these parties, they don't want any of this shit coming out. And so a day like today is so incredible because this is a citizen-led movement, whether it's the Wolfpack or, the State of the Swamp, whether it's Defiance.org, whether it's Wajahat Ali from the Left Hook, whether it's Steve Schmidt from the Save America movement, whether it's Levin Dean from the Wolfpack. It doesn't matter. Whether it's Denver Riggleman, who is going to be in attendance tonight. This is a citizen-led movement of people who all love America. Whether you're Canadian, whether you're American, whether you're Ukrainian, we all love America. This is not America. What Trump is doing and what he's going to represent tonight is the hostage taking of America. He's going to try and paint that as a great success. It hasn't. The destruction of your economy, the kettling and the murder of your citizens and your fucking neighbors, depending on their skin color. I watched a guy named Ryan Schwenk, and I'll end here today. You want to talk about that drip, drip, drip that's turning into a waterfall? Is that all of these things are well known, but now we're starting to get behind the curtain because you can't keep all of these people back. You can't stop all of the information from coming out, not in America, not in the internet age. Ryan Schwenk was an ICE officer from 2021 until last week. He sat in front of Congress today with Richard Blumenthal and literally told everybody everything. He told everybody how Kristi Noem and Tom Homan and ICE and people in the DHS fucking scrapped all kinds of training just to train them on how to destroy the Constitution, how to break and enter into people's homes, how to racially profile and not raise the ire of the ACLU or human rights groups. They literally are teaching these officers that, and one of the most senior ICE officials who quit last week, Ryan Schwenk, is selling everyone out. You combine that with what's going to happen with those Epstein survivors there, and combine that with literally the brain trust of the resistance, the Wolf Pack, Save America, Defiance.org, some of the most important people behind this resistance all showing up to the same time. After tonight, I have a prediction, and I side with you, my friend, is that drip is going to become a fucking fire hose that will leak Donald Trump's influence to the point where I agree with you in the next several weeks, maybe several months, you're going to wake up one day and it will be over. And you're going to see rats head for the fucking railing of the ship. And then we're into a very different set of circumstances, but that is what we are all fighting for. So let's all join together right here. Follow Lev Parnas. Lever Members on Substack. You can also go to Lever Members and Lev Parnas's YouTube. We're going to be with him. He's going to be all over the place. It's the daddy of the Wolf Pack, so we need to get and monetize and monopolize his time. But thank you for being there again and doing the work and putting words into action. Works matter, words don't, and you always match up on both sides of that equation, my friend.
Love you, Dean, bro. The way you are just an incredible human being and an asset to just this community, this family, to be able to, the work that you do all over the place. So definitely, everybody, make sure you give Dean a follow, you give Zev a follow, Ellie, everybody in the Wolfpack, Waj, my son Aaron, obviously, and make sure whatever who's ever you want to, and if you can, become a subscriber, because that is what grows the algorithm and it allows us to be able to continue doing what we're doing. Today is an incredible day. We have a lot of stuff lined up. Just stay tuned, folks. Keep your notifications on. Also want to give a shout out to one of our subscribers, one of our family, Dr. Eric Lovelove. He is also actually going to be helping out in Ukraine. He does a lot of skin grafting, and I met him. We had lunch a couple of days ago. He's also going to be joining me on my show, and he said, "Lev, how can I help Ukraine with I have these skin graft stuff." So he's going to be helping me ship some of that stuff over to Ukraine. And we just have an incredible community. All of you here, it just it's like I said, it's a true family. We have become the resistance. And from all over the world, I know, just think about, even though there's like a couple of 100,000 of us if we combine us, but we're really reaching out to millions and millions of people, tens of millions of people all over the world are seeing what we're saying, seeing what's happening, and it is so important, because at a time like this to be able to. So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining, each and every one of you for following, each and every one of you for contributing, helping Ukraine, more importantly, supporting us here to be able to give you keep fighting. The Wolf Pack is just getting started, folks. So yeah, stay tuned. We have a lot coming to you. And Dean, I'll give you a call in a little bit. We got
call me anytime. They do. We're gonna be talking a lot today. There's Lev at the State of the Union. I am Dean in Toronto. He's in DC. Check in with us all day today. Have a wonderful day. Love you, pal. We'll talk to you soon. Great work again today.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Okay. Bye bye.